even sometimes now I have like in trauma when I like take Indian food somewhere. I'm like, okay, I have to go sit somewhere where no one can smell it or like people think it's like smells
Wow,
bad. It's yeah, it
for
just
real. Wow. When you think about it, that's crazy.
but in India, you guys like could take whatever you
Yeah,
wanted
of
and
course. Yeah.
people would just be like, yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Mhm.
So it's funny. Talking about food, so one of my cousin, he lives in Baltimore, and him and I were talking, and I asked him, like, he was born and raised here, and
Okay.
he's married to my sister, who was born and raised here, my cousin's sister.
Yeah.
So while we were talking, I think my sister was out for work, and I asked him, like, how come you married to an Indian, you were born and
Yeah.
raised here and everything. We spoke about, but he gave me a very subtle thing. He's like, Raghu, when I have to go make chapatis, like I
Yeah.
can tell I am going making chapatis. That's and I'm like, in my I couldn't tell him because
Yeah.
it was third time we meeting or fourth time we meeting him. I'm like, in my head it was like, wow,
What
that's
are you talking about?
yeah, what do you do? That's such a lame example. Like you're telling I want to make chapati, so you don't want to give example. That's why you married an Indian. That doesn't seem right to me. And then I'm like, okay, fast forward 4 years later, I'm working at K4
K4 is in India or here?
here,
Here, okay,
here
okay.
after my college. So every day I used to come back home for lunch,
Yeah.
and my roommate or my friend used to cook. So we used
Mhm.
to figure out and we used to cook. And of course, Indian food like bisi bele baat, puliogre, or and proper Indian food, right?
Yeah.
And when I go back to office, and everybody used to ask, "Oh, Raghu, like when I'm walking in the cabin, Raghu, what did you have for lunch?"
Yeah.
And there used to be like two, three people asking me because I should tell like, "Oh, I had lemon like puliogre for lunch," and they should
Yeah.
be like, "What is it?" It's like I'm like, "It's a tamarind rice where you do this."
Yeah.
Then you explain, they go on internet, they see, "Oh, that's nice," and then you do that two, three times, and then the same thing next day happened. The same thing happened fourth day. When after a while, I just started saying I had chicken sandwich. Then I was reminded of Sandesh, who told me the same thing
Chapatis.
on chapatis.
Yeah. It's not that you don't want to explain it to them,
Yeah,
but it's just a different level of when they already know. It's like a simple thing,
yeah, it's a
right?
simple thing. Yeah, it's funny. Anyways, switching